Hello everyone and welcome back to Truth Behind the Magic. I am Jason. This video is going to be on a topic that I see come up a lot, especially now that it's January, February. A lot of people are getting accepted into the program. This is something that a lot of people wonder about. Some people already know what they're going to do as far as this is concerned, but some people don't. So I wanted to make a video to give my input on this. Having done 3 programs, gotten to know a lot of people that have done either way. This will just be kind of a dive into that. I'll go over a few main topics here and give my overall opinion on the question of should you take classes or not on the college program. First of all, just a preliminary kind of thing. I'm primarily talking about college classes, obviously, but there are some Disney classes. I don't know exactly how the format is these days, but I know back in 2019, they had, actual classes. You would go maybe for a month or 2 months, and it would be bi-weekly. It would be an actual series of classes. I believe it was typically at Disney University. Maybe they did one every once in a while at the at the Vista Way Community Center. But typically I believe it was at Disney University, and it would be about animation or Imagineering, something like that. They'd have a series of a few classes. As far as I can tell now, and someone can prove me wrong on this if they know, but every time I've been down there, I haven't seen that. They've really replaced that with just single, seminar type classes where it's one speaker from a certain field or a certain area of the company, and they'll speak for a couple hours and take questions or whatever, which that's still good. But it's not the same as the old classes. They wouldn't give you straight up homework. They might give you something to lightly research or think about or something just to discuss in the next class, but I don't think they gave out any real homework. But as far as I can tell, they pretty much did away with those actual class series. But they do have a lot of backstage tours and those kind of things now, which are sort of not obviously in the realm of classes, but getting to learn about the parks and that kind of thing, and that will come into play here a little bit later. But yeah, mostly talking about college classes. Does the college program actually count towards a degree? That's a question I see a lot, and I would say generally no, in terms of the actual program itself going on your transcript. There may be a tiny amount of exceptions where colleges actually add that to your resume, or not your resume, your transcript, but I have personally not seen it. But the big thing is, though, a lot of classes have an internship requirement. A lot of programs at universities, you have to do an internship to get the degree. And the college program will almost certainly count towards that. I have seen people that are engineering or medical or something, and the college won't allow them to use the program as their internship, which is, it kind of makes sense, but it's also still the college program, so just for a bachelor's degree, I feel like it should count, but especially if you're in business or hospitality or anything like that, it 100% will. And the reason this ties in with this topic is because a lot of these internships have a simultaneous internship class that you have to take. When I was at East Carolina University, that's when I did my first program. It had to actually be taken at the same time as the internship, which I think is stupid. That kind of negates the entire point of an internship, to be honest, when you have to take a class while doing it, especially something like the college program. But I will say, if you have to do it and it's an asynchronous class, usually those are very light load, a course workload. you basically just check in like once a week or something and write on your experience, or maybe not even once a week, it might be once a month. But if you have to do that, then I think you can live with it. I don't think it'll be that bad, but definitely avoid taking an internship class while you're doing the program if possible, just because you're not going to want to have to sit there once a week or 2 weeks or whatever and come up with something that you learned on the job that fits into your degree or whatever. It's just, I don't understand why they make you take those while doing an internship at some places. Yeah, like I said, when I was at East Carolina, you could take the class, I think, up to a year after the internship, and that's the way to do it. Don't make the people take it while they're doing the internship. That's just dumb. But I never even ended up taking that class because I transferred to UNCA, and theirs you had to take at the same time. But I ended up doing a completely separate class anyway. I didn't even do an internship for that degree. Even though I did the program 2 more times, I couldn't count it as an internship because I didn't take the class at the same time. But, yeah, so that's the thing about, as far as the college program counting towards your degree, it really won't accept counting as the internship requirement, which is pretty big. I mean, it fulfills a pretty big requirement of the program, of your actual college degree, so that's good. And I will just say straight up, even though we're only 7 minutes into this, my answer to the question of should you take college classes on the program is an absolute no. And there are multiple reasons for that. As far as my own experience, I have never taken any on the program. I had never planned on taking any. That was completely out of the reasons why I was even down there. I had no intention of actually doing coursework while there. I went into it knowing how much there was at Disney World. I hadn't been to 99% of it, but I'd only been to Magic Kingdom once as a child. I had researched a lot about Disney World. I knew it was there. I knew it was in Orlando. I had no intention of worrying about school at all while doing this program. I also knew that you were going down there to work, so that was another thing. I would say if you have to take one class, literally one at most. If you have to take it to like maintain enrollment or something, just find the easiest asynchronous online class that you still need, and take that. You cannot take a synchronous class, I will tell you that right now. Especially if it meets 2 or 3 times a week, they will not accommodate you for that. They will not give you days off for that. If you have to take the internship class, then like I said, you can probably live with that. It probably won't be that bad, but if you don't have to take it 100%, do not. There used to be kind of a hack on the program where if you were taking classes, they would give you like a study day, essentially. And it was a day off. It would be the same day every week. And it was kind of like a hack to get a guaranteed day off that you knew was off every week. And I also believe it guaranteed getting 2 days off a week as well. So that used to be kind of a hack. I don't know if that's really a thing anymore. It probably is, but I don't know as far as if it's the same day each week anymore and that kind of thing. I knew someone who did that, and she was taking 1 or 2 classes, and she did not like that she had taken classes on the program, and that's pretty much what I've heard from anyone who's ever done it. I know we've talked about this a lot, both me and Blaze, on this channel, if you've seen our previous videos, but you work on this program. You will be working anywhere from 30 to 60 hours a week. Pretty much. General guidelines there. It can be slightly different, but you are not going to want to have to do schoolwork after you get back from a shift or before a shift or anything like that. And if it's your off day, you're going to be thinking, I'm in Orlando, I paid the fees to get into this program. I got accepted into this program, and I'm sitting here doing the exact same thing I did last semester when I could be in Magic Kingdom. Like, it's just, there's no reason to take them. Like I said, I know some people want to maintain enrollment in their university, especially if it's like a very prestigious university, which I get that. But really, if you're sitting there instead of going to the food and wine festival, you're having to sit there and do coursework, it's kind of just like, why did I even do this program? When I was at East Carolina, they had something called a co-op. I can't remember if I already mentioned this in the video. I may have, but it allowed you to maintain enrollment while taking a semester off. They would put it on your transcript, and you just paid like a couple $100, I think. But it maintained your enrollment in the university. It actually ended up being pointless for me anyway, because I took the next semester, I took the next semester off and then transferred back to be closer to back home up to UNC Asheville. So it didn't even matter. But yeah, a lot of universities will either offer that, especially if it's a big school, or you can just take a semester off and then re-enroll. I know at UNCA, it's not like an application process or anything. You just give them like $30 or $50, whatever it is, and they let you back into the school. You just tell them you want to go back. But definitely look into that, because really the only program anymore that doesn't require you to take a semester off is the alumni program. It's 3 months over the summer. Obviously, you can't do that if you are not someone who's done the program before. There may be international programs, because some of those are only like 2 months long. Some of those may be over the summer. But then again, I have no idea what they are in whatever country, what the college system might be like. So that probably doesn't really apply either. So you really will have to take a semester off. But yeah, really, if you take anything from this, just don't do classes. Go enjoy the parks. And really, worst case scenario, you're going to be working 6 days a week. And if you're working 6 days a week and having to do 1 or 2 classes, you're going to be doing nothing the whole time. Like, you won't be able to really have any real days off, go around property, do that kind of thing, go to the parks. So yeah, definitely just chill, take a semester off, look forward to it as a time when you're not going to be having to take classes, and don't look at it as, I'm setting myself back because I'm not taking classes right now, because you're getting the premier internship in the country. I mean, barring like very high professional level internships, that kind of thing, but just generally the premier internship in the country that boosts your resume for your entire life. It does not matter if you're taking a semester off of classes for that. It will be well worth it in the end. And like I said, I've done 3 programs. I've probably lost, I don't know, up to 3 years of school time from it, just because of the way things worked out. Anywhere from 2 to 3 years, I set myself back. And I really don't care. It was well worth it in the end. I did graduate. Currently getting my master's probably within the next year and a half. And that's another thing that reminds me of something that in the video that we did a while back, it was one of the early videos with me and Blaze, my former college program roommate and good friend. We were talking about this. Not like this specific topic, but we were giving our biggest tips for the program, and one of the big ones was do the program after you graduate. And I still stand by that. I never did it, but I would definitely suggest it 100%. Don't necessarily put all your eggs in one basket for that, because you can only apply up to a year after graduation, unless they've changed that. I know for a while it was 6 months, but I think they went back to a year. So I would say apply before if you really want to get in, but doing it post-graduation is the best, because this whole video is negated if you do that. You don't even have to think about classes. That is something that's completely in the past. All you have to worry about is being down there and doing a good job. But yeah, hopefully this has helped you. You may be one of the people that just got accepted if you see this, so congratulations, and hopefully this helps you through your decision-making process on what to do when it comes to this topic. But yep, I guess that'll be it for this video, and I'll see you next time.